Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here with Get Lean in 12, and inside this short fat loss video, I'm going to talk about 10 things that can help you live to be 100 years old. And this has actually been documented scientifically across the globe. So at the end of this video, I also want to share a 12-minute metabolic secret with you that I've used to help me maintain under 10% body fat year-round for the last 18 years, since 1998. And it's also helped my wife overcome her cancer journey that forced her into early menopause and helped her get rid of her menopause belly. So if you're watching this, you don't know who I am, you're not familiar with me, I'm a stubborn fat expert who's been in the health and fitness industry over 20 years. I'm a grandpa to 3 beautiful grandkids. And in the last 5 years alone, my wife and I have helped over 100,000 people. So let's talk about this list that will help you live to be 100 years old. After all, who doesn't want to live to be 100? So Dan Buettner is an author, and in 2004, he studied different cultures in the world where they had the longest history of living to be 100 years old, and then he compiled a list of what they all had in common, and I want to share that list with you. He called these blue zones. Now, before we talk about this list of 10 things, it's important that the one thing that these cultures all had in common, and they're all over the place: Greece, Italy, Okinawa, California, so it's all over the place. They had a higher carb and a higher fat diet than the Western world. So this just goes to show you, despite all the bad press, that carbs don't necessarily make you fat. In fact, you just have to eat the right kind of carbs. And when you do eat the right kind of carbs the right way, combine it with protein, you can actually increase your metabolic rate, increase your body's ability to convert T4 to T3, so it helps your thyroid efficiency. It'll help make sure that you balance out your testosterone to estrogen ratio, and it helps spike leptin levels, which is your body's #1 fat burning hormone. So don't underestimate the fat burning power of eating the right types of carbs, especially after exercise. Now let's talk about the other 10 things that these cultures had in common to live to be 100. The first one is a large diversity of a plant-based diet. So tons of vegetables, not surprising here. Second one, no processed foods. So whenever we make choices that our Paleolithic ancestors made and eat foods from nature, obviously we're gonna live longer. So try to avoid eating things out of a bag or a box. A strong belief in God with a strong sense of purpose. So these people had a strong belief in God. Now, even if you're an atheist or an agnostic, just having a strong sense of purpose will help with this. Next one is a social connectivity with families and friends. So this goes back to relationships. There's nothing more valuable in our world than relationships. If somebody told you they were going to make you rich overnight, they put you alone on an island and let you buy whatever you want, how much fun would that be all by yourself? It would suck, right? Because you don't have relationships. So it just goes to show you that bright, shiny objects and material things don't help us live to be 100. Having deep relationships does. Next one is plenty of walking. I'm not surprised. I recommend you walk outside. Studies show that when you get in green spaces, that your brain releases happy hormones that help you burn more belly fat and keep you younger. Practice forgiveness daily. This is huge, right? I think I remember the saying, resentment is like drinking somebody else's poison and waiting for them to die. Don't hold on to grudges and resentment. Let it go and forgive others, and you'll have a higher chance of living to be 100 years old. Little stress, which is managed well. So they manage the stress well in their life. And I think this has a lot to do with balance. And that is just like when you're working, you should work. When you're spending time with your family, you should spend time with your family. When you're taking time off, you should take time off. So mixing all that stuff together just creates more chaos. So you kind of got to look at it like a section of your garage that you're going to pull out and work on. Work on one area at a time. So that's the best way to manage stress. Sleep 8 hours nightly. Research shows that people who sleep 6 hours or less per night have disrupted cortisol cycles in less than 2 weeks. Cortisol is your belly fat hormone. The other one is no smoking, which is kind of obvious. And the last but not least is exercise. And if you're over 35 years old and you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, you must use specific movement patterns, specific intensity levels, and specific rest periods that are designed for your current hormonal condition. Because once you turn 35, your fat loss hormones start declining rapidly. So somewhere around this video, you'll see a link to click or tap. It's going to introduce you to a 12-minute trick that's specifically designed to work in tandem with your current hormonal condition and reactivate fat burning hormones. Now keep in mind, this is the same exact exercise protocol that my wife used to overcome cancer when she was forced into early menopause, and it helped her get rid of her menopause belly. When you click the link around this video, you'll see her before and after pictures. You'll also see photo shoot evidence of how I've been able to use this strategy to stay under 10% body fat for the last 18 years. So thanks for watching this and have a great day.